I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but it's been a long week, bro. Last weekend was especially long, given certain events that happened, but it snowballed into this week, and it made it feel like this week has been a month long. But I'm excited that it's Friday. I don't really have a Friday vibes, but the weekend, I'm happy that it's here, and the weekend don't start until we click up with the homies. Homies, hour two. How y'all feeling?
What's cracking, Pay? Man, it's
You
T
got the-
minus. It's T minus whatever, bro. What is it? Today's the 19th. It's T minus 3 days till NFL season officially kicks in.
Well,
Teams
no,
report to camp, but yeah, the teams report to camp
I
between
don't
the
think that's how
21st.
that works, G. I don't
Yes,
think that's how that works.
teams report to camp between the 21st and the 24th.
Yeah, but the season's still about 47 days away, 48 days away.
Bro, you
some
either
teams have
prepare
reported
or
already.
repair. Yeah.
Some teams have reported already. The Bears have their first practice tomorrow. Cannot
That's what I'm
wait.
saying. Yeah.
But before we get into that,
can I ask you a question, Pay?
come on.
What's the and it may be taken care of now. What was the hang up with Caleb Williams' contract, man?
We're gonna get into that. We got a whole segment for that.
Okay.
But Caleb is about his money. Caleb is about money making moves and big ideas.
Try to avoid state taxes, Tate. You gotta stay.
We gonna talk about it.
Hey, now.
Caleb might be putting himself in some Uncle Sam's jailhouse, but like I said, we'll get to it. But I did want to talk about something, and I know that I need to discuss it very delicately around us and our group.
Are we?
That is my specialty, Pay. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are we getting started, or what? I need to play the intro.
We are. No, not yet.
Okay, not yet. All right, go ahead.
I want to talk about this delicately because it could be a dangerous topic. I don't want any outbursts. Looking at you, Chiefs for Damas. I don't want any outbursts. I want to avoid that part of the conversation. I want to have this in a civil manner.
Why it's got to be me, bro?
G,
it's either you or me.
Have you purchased College Football 25 yet?
It's already uploaded upstairs, dude. What is you talking about?
All right. So you're on the sticks.
Not yet. Tomorrow, I've watched my son-in-laws play. I'm trying to decide on who I'm gonna pick for my dynasty team, and I'm getting on the sticks tomorrow at 3:00, and I probably ain't gonna get off till about 4 a.m. on Sunday.
There he is. So the controversial part, our honorary homie Tim Lyons. I want to know why I haven't shot a fair one yet, man. What's taking you so long?
I ain't had a chance. I've been working like crazy, bro.
You told us on this very show that you were taking off. You were taking PTO when the game came out, and you challenged my man Tim Lyons. Shout out to the homie Tim Lyons. You said as soon as the game come out, y'all can run it. I've seen Tim play.
Yeah.
You scared of them Irish, dog? Just admit it.
No, I'm not scared of.
You scared of the Irish?
Listen. I can't help it that a whole bunch of people. No, I almost messed up and said something about my job. But the job I go report to, it's a lot going on. I can just say that a lot going on over there. So I've been called to duty. I got to take care of what I need to take care of. I got to take care of that business first before I can, because it goes that business. No, it goes my family first, family, children, wife. Then it goes my job. Then it goes my podcast. Then it goes gaming. It goes in that succession. So, but I got dedicated time. I'm ready to ride.
He said we're more important than you, Tim. That's what I heard. Bam.
Yeah, he avoiding Tim all the way, man. He don't want no smoke with you, bro. When you do ever get the courage, Big G, y'all should stream it. Stream it on Tim's YouTube or his Twitch. Tim, go ahead and drop your username for everybody to go follow, and everybody go follow him. Maybe you all should put some money on it.
Nah, I don't bet money. I bet pride.
Corner time.
We want to see some bread.
Corner time.
I hear fear in Big G voice.
Yeah, quivering.
Nah, never scared. Never scared. But Tim, I'm letting you know, bro, since you talking strong and all like that, you getting the Buckeyes first. Because I already know how good they are. I watched my son playing one the other night. You ain't got no answer for Tyree Williams, JTT, and Jack Sawyer. None. So if you try to pass, you dead meat. That's all. And if you throw it to Denzel Burkside, he gonna pick it. So bring whoever you want to bring.
Oh, we're getting a little interest over here. We might need to go live with this.
That's what I'm trying to set up, B. I'm
I
trying
might
to
need to
set
go
it up.
live with this, G. We're getting some interest over here.
Tim, Tim, I'm doing work for you. Tim is always supporting the Bear Claw. So I just want to make sure everybody, once again, go follow him on stream and YouTube. Tate, let's start the show.
Let's get it.
Man, a lot of people say they watch it live, bro. That's a trip. My bad, Pay. A lot of folks say they want to watch that live.
Oh yeah, man. Game streaming is big. It's real big.
Yeah.
Hey,
I bet.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I bet everybody want to tune in, Big G, to see you get your head cracked.
That's it. A lot of people want to see you get what you deserve.
that can see that I can see that happening, but you know it ain't happening. It ain't going down like that. I don't know if they dislike me or they dislike the Buckeyes. I don't know which one. Live chat, tell me. Want to know?
Yes.
Is it you want to see me get my hat cracked, or you just want to see the Buckeyes lose? Which way?
I said we should put money on it. And speaking of money, and speaking of Twitch, first and foremost, make sure you follow the homies on Twitch. We have a brand new Twitch channel. We are not just on YouTube. We're not just on Facebook. We're not just on
Twitchy.
We're not just on X. Ignore the other X videos you might see on X. We're the ones that keep our clothes on. We're not just on Threads, but we're also on Twitch. Check us out. Speaking of money, there was a lot of money in sports news this week, man. A lot of it. As Tate mentioned, the aforementioned Caleb Williams, he signed his deal, and there was a lot of smoke around that. The NBA's Board of Governors, they approved their media deal, which also means that the WNBA has a new media deal as well. The Packers, they released their revenue report, shows that every team in the NFL has made at least $400 million in revenue last year. And James Dolan, CEO and president of the New York Knicks, let all his other NBA owners know that he's not a fan of this media deal and he wants everybody else to strike it down. So, fellas, B-Dirt. No, in fact, Tate, I think I know where you want to start. Caleb Williams. What's the hubbub about Caleb? Why is he always so provocative? Why can't he just get on the field and just do work?
Yeah, he's always provocative. I mean, that's why I asked you, because you close to the Chicago Bears organization as far as you got a channel, do a podcast, keep up with it. I heard Caleb want his dad to get part ownership of the team. Is that true?
That's big trash. Go ahead, man. Come on, man.
That is unsubstantiated yet. We don't know.
But I didn't just hear that by myself.
I mean, Caleb's dad it's been a rumor. That particular rumor right there has been out there for a long time. And Caleb's dad, he does have his hands on his boy. No Diddy.
Hey, now,
no doubt.
He's got his hands in this mix. So I would not put it past him. Based on some of the news that came out this week about what was the hold up on the Caleb Williams signing his rookie deal, Adam Schefter reported, and as you said, B, he wanted the Bears to pay his LLC instead of him directly. And the reason for that was he can get out of income tax. Now, I don't know. Any of you guys got any LLCs?
Yeah, I got some. I
got one.
All right. I just want to ask.
I used to have many. Now I have one.
I've asked everybody I know, not this group, about how can you get out of income tax with your LLC? And they all to a man told me, and I'm gonna go around the room, Tate, can you get out of paying income tax with your LLC?
I think it depends on what state you in, don't it?
No, that would be for state tax. You're gonna get a K2 or K1 regardless of anything you have. The only way to get out of income tax is to show reinvestment or loss on any dividends that you have when you're talking about an LLC. That's
big facts, Peter. Big, huge facts.
Now, there was the loan thing that he was looking at doing, and there's some other ways around doing that kind of stuff. There's also ways of putting it into, you could put it into any like an asset, like if he owned a high rise in Chicago, let's say, he could roll stuff over into that asset. That asset could own his 31st floor panoramic view penthouse apartment, and his asset could own his Lamborghini, and his asset could own all these things, and that's non-taxable because the asset owns it. So there's ways around it, but not just because you set up an LLC and have the money go to the LLC.
But it's going to be hard too, because he can't make no bread off of it. He can't show any, regardless of who has what, he can't turn any bread on it, because any bread, you're paying taxes on the bread you turn.
Well, and you know what? Normally if you watch, there's a lot of like these real estate moguls and stuff online with how to get away with doing all this stuff tax-free and yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
The end game with that, though, is whoever inherits that pays for it.
That's correct. That's big facts. Once again, B-Dirt, big facts.
You just accused my quarterback of being a YouTube educated money matters.
No, that was a completely different paragraph. It wasn't even like the sentence was over. I started a new paragraph.
I know I'm being salacious.
Yeah. Put up there. Oh, Brandon Watson, what'd he say?
You get from one of our viewers on YouTube. Thanks a lot, Brandon Watson. You can escape paying personal property if, I'm assuming personal property tax, if the address is another state. In Virginia, which is a commonwealth.
The only difference between a commonwealth and a state is the language. They're both considered the same thing under tax law. This commonwealth and state are the same thing. They're considered the same thing. It's the language and how they define it.
Same thing. Now there's like they get taxed different when they're playing in different places.
Correct.
It's a wild, like it's pretty wild.
Are you speaking about the jock tax, or are you speaking about something else?
So if they go, when you talk about like your income tax on state income tax, like so guys go to let's just say someone goes to the Dolphins because Florida doesn't have state income tax. When you're playing in New York, you pay state income tax on that game.
That is correct.
That game, yeah.
So you only get half of those games.
That's that's anybody that does, like, you're a contractor or anything like me. I live in Georgia, but my the client I work for is in Florida. So when I'm in Florida, I still have to put that down on my taxes. Like, I worked in Florida X amount of days throughout the year, and I still have to pay income taxes in Georgia and Florida.
In Ohio, it's county to county.
Now, I live in Maryland, but when I was working, I worked in Virginia, but I paid Maryland state tax. I don't know if it's different in the DMV because I was set up. I don't know, but I didn't pay taxes in Virginia.
In Ohio, they always, because there's 88 counties in Ohio. In Ohio, whatever county has the higher tax, that's what you pay.
I pay state and county and federal. So,
and the homies overtime has broken out into a financial show. R.I.P. to Lou Dobbs, who just passed away. Y'all remember Lou Dobbs?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he just passed away, man.
Wahula.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
You didn't hear me.
Rest for his family.
Yeah, R.I.P. Lou Dobbs. Wahula. Other than what Caleb's trying to get away with, another thing that he reportedly wanted to do is make sure the Bears promise not to use his franchise tag on him at the end of his 4 years. The NFL shot that down, like, hey, bro, knock it off. Report to camp immediately and just cut the crap.
Why is it always with him though, man? Like, it's always something with him.
Now, Now, yes, on from the observer, you can say, man, look, bro, you really are a diva, like they said. But for me, I'm kind of intrigued. Like, okay, a closed mouth don't get fed. You never know what you can get away with if you don't ask.
Bro, those are red flags all over the place.
I don't think it's
red flags all over the place.
Business is business, G.
Okay. So he thinks, and I didn't want to go here tonight, but I'm going there. He thinks in his mind that he's Patty Mahomes and Tom Brady already.
Who said that?
That's what he thinks. That's
How does he think that? Because he asked for something. That means he thinks he's a superstar.
He ain't earned nothing. He ain't earned one thing.
He earned that contract. He earned $40 million. I mean,
I can't wait till he get in the league and he get big trash, because what he's doing is putting a target on his back, and them NFL players ain't gonna take that. And they're gonna show that youngster really what time it is when you come to the National Football League, which stands for not for long, if you keep acting the way you acting, because you messing up our money and our brand, bro.
No,
so I'm telling you, he done put a target. Look, the live chat is agreeing with that.
He's not messing up anybody's money. Dog, this is actually good for the union if you think about it like that.
Red flags,
these are things that this is called negotiating. Always negotiating. It's
good for running backs.
Well, it's this type of stuff. It's like it opens up the eyes. Like, oh, you know what? When the next time my CBA is up, let's bring this back to the table.
I'm 50-50 on this. So I think part of it, like the looking at the LLC and looking at those kind of things, I just think that he is one of those people that don't accept status quo and are trying to find new and better ways of doing things. So I don't go too into that. The part I don't like, if you're writing, F Utah on your nails, and then the following week you're getting beat and crying in your mom's arms. Yeah, like those two things don't mix for me.
Big facts.
That's two totally different personalities in my mind.
Play some NFL football first, then see if you can get some of these things. Patrick Mahomes ain't even trying to shake it up and do it like this, man. Shout out to the homie Tim.
Listen, he may end up being great.
Hey, Pat Mahomes was a number 10 pick. Pat Mahomes didn't have the leverage to do this on his first contract.
Tim Lyons had the chat.
Time out. On Patrick Mahomes' first contract, he had already won a Super Bowl and an MVP. Stop it right now. Tim Lyons, thank you for the $2.
He's drafted.
Negotiating it. Yes,
he was number 10. He was number 10, and on his first contract, he had already won an MVP in a Super Bowl.
No, on his first contract. He's talking about when he's drafted. He's talking about when he's drafted.
Tim, thank you for the $2, man. After all this time, I finally agree with G. The whole live chat, dude. Caleb Williams is red flags, bro. Is red. Once again, we going down big bias road for that blue and orange. And I'm telling you, he's got red flags.
Well, that's what Pay's doing.
I think he's got giant. Listen, man, I'm sitting here though. I think the guy's got giant upside. The guy might be really good.
He does.
We don't know. Everybody wants to tell everybody to stay in their lane until they're good enough and they earn the right to. I'm just saying he challenges status quo and he ain't going to do that. Now, I have my feelings about him. I don't know if I'm going to be right. I don't know if I'm going to be wrong. He's got some talent, but I don't know. On top of being a quarterback, there's got to be a mental fortitude and the ability to get men to follow you in a battle. And you got to be a leader of men as a quarterback, a lot like a coach is. I don't know if he has that X factor. He may grow into it. It's going to have to play out.
Can I ask a non-biased question? Just a non-biased question about Caleb.
I'm going to say no. I've never heard you do that before.
What happens to NFL quarterbacks that hold on to the ball too long?
Big Ben goes to the Hall of Fame.
Big Ben was 6'5", 250.
Okay, but what does that have to change your court? You know what? It doesn't matter. Other newsworthy things that involved money this week. B, what else tickled your fancy? NBA, James Dolan, Packers.
Man, James Dolan. Just because I I gotta do you dirty, teed up. This might warm me up for that. I felt like my energy wasn't quite right. So James Dolan, who I've never really cared for, I think he needs to worry a little bit less about the NBA deal and just worry more about the Sphere in Las Vegas. Just let him go out there and have his new play toy and leave him alone. I don't care about his opinions. I really don't.
Anybody else got something to say? Because I got something.
Dolan. I'm with B-Dirt 100% on this one. Just keep it pushing. Go ahead.
No,
y'all got it.
There you go again. I am diametrically opposed. Go ahead, Tate.
I don't like Dolan because he kicked Charles Oakley out the Garden.
100%.
I don't like Dolan. So we all in agreement. None of us like Dolan. However, I understand where he's coming from with this. For anybody that hasn't kept up with the story. So as I said, the NBA Board of Governors, they approved the media deal this week. The one we've been talking about for 3 months, it feels like, which was the final step for it to be go into place. Now they are still waiting on to see if TNT is going to match, but that's a whole nother story. Dolan said he sent out a letter. Who still does that? But he sent out a letter to all the other owners and to Adam Silver and whomever else is in the big NBA office that opposing it. He said he doesn't like it, and he's saying it because it cuts into the local media, the local TV market, cuts into that share and it lessens that money. Now, as an owner, as a governor of an NBA team,
owner of the Knicks, that's great.
As a governor of an NBA team, that is something that is something you should be worried about. Cutting into the money. But unfortunately for him, if you've been also following the Diamond Sports bankruptcy, a lot of other NBA owners don't have a local TV deal anymore. Bally Sports is done. That's same thing for NHL. Same thing for the Major League Baseball.
Baseball too, yeah.
Yeah, James Dolan is one of the only guys in the NFL that has his own network. And
NBA.
I'm sorry, only one of the few guys in the NBA that has his own network that covers his team. And the MSN channel or the MSN network, it's been, it's doing worse. Now he's saying he doesn't want the NBA to become the NFL. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. But if he has to start sharing money that he didn't have to share in the beginning, I guess I can see where he's coming from.
Bro, he's big trash because he just had the best player on his team take one of the biggest pay cuts in NBA history from a salary standpoint, and he over there crying about money. You automatically, James Dolan, get the big kick the right rock sign tonight because you crying about money on one hand, but just got your best player to take the biggest pay cut in NBA history. Stop it. Get him out of here. Big trash and go kick rocks. Bye.
All right. Kick rocks. You heard him.
Player.
All right. Let's
we got a super chat, Pay.
Oh, super chat. Quad father, Dennis Pavlak. The letter obviously got lost in the mail or shredded on arrival, considering the source. If I'm Adam Silver, I probably don't read the letter either. I don't want to read anything from James Dolan. I want you to sell your team, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Facts.
All right.
Facts.
Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we can switch topics. We can jump off money and let's talk about some baseball. You
didn't get to the WNBA deal.
Oh, let's continue talking about money then. All right. So the NBA, as I said, they agreed to their media deal, which also means that the WNBA has a new media deal as well. As I say, the NBA, they decided that the WNBA will now get a $2.2 billion of that $76 billion deal, which is about $260 million a year, up from $60 million on their current deal. Fellas, do you think that this is a fair deal for the WNBA? I'm gonna start with you, G.
Absolutely, because they were losing revenue year after year after year and have always been in the red. And now all of a sudden, because of two young ladies and their play and what they brought to the WNBA, they're selling out arenas. And from what I've been told too, they're also going to be moving to a 44-game set schedule next season. So what's
their schedule now?
I think they play 32, and they're going to go from 32 to 44 games.
Wow,
and
that's a lot more revenue.
Yeah, yep. And I also heard that a couple of teams are going to move arenas because now everybody wants to see Angel Reese. Now everybody wants to see Caitlin Clark. So yeah, it's fair. They actually sort of got played over because they're going to have to renegotiate this thing again after they start selling out arenas and stuff over the next couple of years. And Juju comes into the WNBA as well. So shout out to them for being smart with their negotiation.
Fork in the road.
Okay. Fork in the road, Claude Bishop. Any chance?
Thanks for the super chat, Claude.
But I think we should go to break and then come back and this be the subject.
Well, okay, that's fine. Thanks for the super chat, Claude. Let me say this real quick. Because I think the WNBA, like executives are saying it from the WNBA, which is, reasonable to understand why they're saying it, is undervalued. They could have got a bigger piece of that TV deal.
Facts.
They're getting $200 million a year over 11 years.
Facts.
I think so. I think
at the negotiation table. Absolutely.
I think it's some more meat on that bone they could have got for that league. That league is about to blow up.
The problem is the two leagues wanted two different deals. The NBA has really generated a lot of revenue and really gotten into a good place. They want a deal for as long as they can. They may think they're reaching plateau soon, right?
Yeah, the
WNBA is in huge growth over that same 11 years. So they want probably a 3 to 5 year deal instead of that 11-year deal. So they probably wanted two totally separate contracts.
Mm-hmm.
At least I would if I were them.
Mm-hmm.
So you said two things there, G. You said, this deal was an excellent job for them, but then you said, well, they could in a couple of years they're going to be worth more. So it can't be both. Now, the thing that the head of the WNBA Players Union, she said it's a bit of an undervalue that they're getting $260 in that neighborhood a year for the W. I think this is a lot of people have said this too. I think the NBA, they wanted to show that the WNBA, they get their TV money goes up by 3. They were getting about 60, now it goes up by 3. And just like the NBA, theirs went up by 3, right? So they wanted to show that the same, they could put out that press clipping. Now, I don't think it's fair to assume, I don't think it's right to assume, even given any numbers, that both leagues have gone up by 3 since the last TV deal. I don't think that's necessarily true, but you do want to play for optics, and the NBA does have some space to play for optics.
But the WNBA has increased 300% just this season alone.
300% in what?
Ticket sales, attendance, and watch television.
Revenue.
Yeah.
No, they haven't increased 300% in revenue. No, they're not. Oh. I would believe that in ticket sales at the gate, because they are playing at bigger arenas for some of their games.
They
weren't selling out the arenas they were playing in last year.
And I think merch they're up like 300%. And merch they're up like
the what you want to consider, B, is that they weren't, their capacity was a lot less than what you would assume. Remember, WNBA don't have their own arenas.
Correct.
They lease a lot of these. Like, they share someone with the NBA, the Atlanta Dream here. They don't play in the State Farm with the Hawks, but they play in the Georgia Convention Center, which only has 100 level. It doesn't have a 200, 300, and so on and so forth.
The Mystics used to play in the Capital One. I don't know if they still do.
I think
they used to. But most of the WNBA, that should be something they negotiate in their deal. They play during the time, for the most part, where men aren't playing. Why can't they use the arenas?
They do use the arenas. That's what they do. They use, like I said, they share arenas. And for the longest, they would close off the 300 level, the 200 level, and you would just sell the tickets for the 100 level.
Right.
So it's a bit of a one hand, the other hand type of situation. They were sellouts. They've been having sellouts over the last 10 years. A lot of teams were selling out, but are they really selling all the seats in the gym that they play in? Not a lot of times.
I think that every WNBA team, whatever city they're in, should be a sister team to the big brother NBA team.
Well, that goes back to the earlier point that they figured that they can get more, but for them to have got more from the from a larger TV deal, they would have had to negotiate their own. They would have to break off from the NBA altogether. As of right now, as it has been for almost 30 years, the NBA decides on what they get.
Right.
Good talk.
Hey,
What you got, G?
Nothing, man. We're gonna do this. Which way we going? The commercial or we're going to club?
Let's talk. Let's get some of our sponsors some airtime real fast. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, X, Instagram, just hold tight. We got to pay some bills. If you're listening on audio, check out our sponsors. They may got something good for you. Welcome back. Hour 2 of the homies. Friday night special. Your weekend don't begin until you chill out with the homies.
Hey, Pay. I pulled something out and let me rephrase that. I took some.
Freaky Fridays back in the building.
That's a big no diddy.
Hey, I brought something back for Big G. I dusted it off. Here you go, Big G.
So we had a super chat before we went to commercial break. Let's go ahead and give that some respect. Claude Bishop, one of our Matrix general. Any chances Paul Skeens wins the Cy Young Award?
Absolutely.
Hey, you're from the land. You're from Pittsburgh. What they saying, man? He got a chance at Cy Young.
If he keeps pitching like he's pitching, he's 6-0 with like a 1.9 ERA. I mean, if he goes through the second half and does everything that he's done, he started the All-Star game. So what's the thing? Especially if the Pirates can make a wild card.
Absolutely.
So if he keeps on the same track that he's on, if he keeps winning, if he loses maybe 2 games, he'll probably have about second half. He probably got about 16 to 18 starts. If he can win 8 to 10 of them and be, 15-2 or something like that with an under 2.2 ERA, and the Pirates are actually in the wild card race, he can definitely win it.
Yeah. Big facts. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. That youngster's a dog. He's a dog, man. Definitely different.
Yeah, How many innings has Paul Skeens pitched so far?
Hey, innings. I think like
66 66 in the third.
Okay.
Innings.
Got 89 Ks, 13 walks. Got a .92 whip, 1.9 ERA, 3.2 WAR.
How many more regular season starts you think you'll get? 10, 12, somewhere in there?
I think it all depends. It all depends on how long Pittsburgh stays competitive.
He's gonna get whether they shut him down or not.
That's exactly that's what I'm saying. He's a hard thrower. So it's plausible. It's plausible that they do start skipping some starts for him. They do, start giving him some longer rest, and then they slow him down a little bit. It all depends on how long they're competitive. And if that's, let's say, trade deadline comes and they don't make any moves and they continue to do the Pittsburgh Pirate thing, which is not be competitive, I think that greatly diminishes his chances of winning Cy Young. He can still be as amazing as he has been, but with how many innings you said, B? Only 66 in the third. 66 in the third. If he's under 170 innings, by the time it's all said and done, no shot.
Tim Lyons said he's got to pitch 162.
170 innings.
He's got to. Tim Lyons said he's got to pitch 162 to be eligible.
That's true.
Oh, I don't know that I knew that. I thought it was 150.
Wow. As I said, if he ain't got 170,
more starts. He's got to get more starts than that. He's got to get more starts.
Yeah, he ain't gonna get to that. I mean, 16 more starts, and he goes 7 innings is 112 innings. He could get to it that way, but he'd have to.
How does he have to have 162 innings to qualify when you can win as a relief pitcher?
That's Tim Lyons. That's your boy. You might get put in the matrix for this one, bro. Beat Earth. He might get.
I don't know. I'm curious. There's just so many games when. So they are being a little bit pitch conscious with him as far as his number. There's so many games where he's pitching, 6 or 7 innings, giving up 0 or 1 run, and then he goes out. I was at one of those games. He goes out of the game, and then all of a sudden, they give up more runs with their bullpen, and he loses. Well, he doesn't lose, but the Pirates lose the game, and they squander a win for him. So out of his 11 games, I really think instead of 6 wins, he should probably have 9 or 10.
I agree.
Let's look. I'm just looking at what he's done recently. 7 innings, no runs. 7 innings, 2 runs. 6 inning, 1 run. 6 inning, 1 run. 6 inning, 1 run. 5 innings, 6.1, 0. 7 innings, 1 run. I mean, you got to go back to June 5th this last time. Like, he really gave up a crooked number.
He's nice.
To the Dodgers, he gave up that home run to Ohtani and gave up 3 runs in 5 innings.
I can't find where there's a number of qualifying innings to win the Cy Young. Not saying
it's typically, if you're a starting pitcher, if usually 162 innings, divide that by whatever, you get a minimum games, right? If you play less than the minimum games, they typically don't let you be eligible for awards. That same thing goes for batters. Now, you did say relievers have won it. Eric Gagne comes to mind. What was it? Goose Gossage? Did he win the Cy Young once too?
Did Dennis Erickson win it?
Maybe back in the day.
Did Dennis Erickson win it?
I believe Eckersley did win it.
Eckersley. Eckersley.
Yeah, I believe those were closers. So I know Eric Gagne was.
It literally says the only thing it says under the Major League Baseball rules for Cy Young Award, it says the Cy Young Award winners are determined by the members of the Baseball Writers Association of America. Each voter votes for their top 5 pitchers in each league across the season, with players given points according to how they are voted. The pitcher who collects the most points wins the award.
No criteria. No criteria. Sound like a matrix.
It'll be incredibly hard. It'll be a feat if he wins Cy Young with less than 170. I can't.
9 relievers have won the Cy Young Award.
All of them closers, though, right?
I'm guessing, but I don't. It doesn't say. It just says relievers.
Yeah. You'll grade a closer different than a starting pitcher. If you're like Eric Gagne. Eric Gagne was, he was the West Coast Mariano Rivera that year. He won it. But it's up for debate with the Baseball Writers of America. You know how they like to protect their game, and they do stuff based on history. So it would be shocking if he doesn't hit 160 and he gets the Cy Young Award, no matter how good he is.
So who's the favorite right now?
That's tough. For Cy Young, I don't know. For in the NL, you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, whoever he would be up against.
Well, That's a good question. I think everybody I'm thinking about
Fork in the road.
What we got? Dennis Pavlok, Quadfather. Once again, breaking news: the Pirates just walked off the Phillies.
Is it final?
Yeah, walk off.
That's the final. G. Take what you got?
Hey man,
rapid take.
I think Quadfather is coming at G1 because they just walked off the Phillies and won. 2, because you said that the Phillies were going 50 games. 3, because we talking about Skeens winning the Cy Young.
And 4, you scared of Tim Lyons on that game.
The Pirates are heavily involved everywhere, man.
Yeah, I'm seeing that, man. I'm seeing that. I would say definitely. I think Skeens could win it. I think Zach Wheeler definitely is in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
they have, according to DraftKings, Chris Sale is the betting favorite for Cy Young in the National League, plus 140. Zach Wheeler, as you said, G, plus 150. They got Paul Skeens at plus 450.
Hey, so we didn't talk about the trade deadline. I want to know if B Dirt think his boy Scubo gonna be traded.
I'm not going to say no, but it's going to take a good haul. It could make sense for the Tigers if the haul is correct with young prospects. And the team, I really think they can pull that off based upon their farm system and where they're sitting, and they can get rid of some players and not really kill their farm system, is the Baltimore Orioles.
Baltimore. I think
it's the one.
Baltimore buying
people. I think that's the one team that could pull that trade off the best, because the Tigers aren't just going to give them away and punt. There might be some pieces they do that on, but not him. They're gonna either get a haul or hold on to him.
I think Pay's other team is ready to be pilferage. The White Sox.
Ain't my team. I don't claim them.
Man, I just saw that walk-off home run, man. Hey, man. Hey, but listen, them Pittsburgh uniforms was boss tonight.
I don't know if you came and moved the entire White Sox organization out of Chicago, I don't know who would notice.
I wouldn't. No. I'm lying. I would, because I'm a troll. I would troll every fake Sox fan that I know. I would let them know we've won the war. I've been telling you for the longest. No one cares in Chicago.
Just go get your petty on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be pay petty.
Going on the days of Frank Thomas.
No one cares about that.
Hey, who's that Gonzalez kid that just hit this walk off for Pittsburgh? He's nice, bro.
A better player.
That boy nice.
Gonzalez.
Yeah, man, I've seen it. His name Gonzalez.
That's not the big shortstop, is it?
Speedy?
I don't know. His name's N. Gonzalez.
Oh no, I'm thinking O'Neal Cruz, who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that youngster. Yeah, he's nice.
Yes,
Tate,
sir.
The trade deadline is 11 days away. The Reds they're still in the mix. Should they be buyers or sellers?
We got to be buyers, man. We got a lot of buyers. Got to be buyers. You mean you got to try and get one of those wild card spots, man. That means that's the next step. Last year, they won 82 and 80, and just missed it. You know, they're going down to the end with the Cubs and somebody else. So I think they got to be buyers, man. We're finding. I mean, we got a healthy farm system, and you can give up a couple good prospects to bring in somebody that can help win now. And I think Jonathan India could be potentially a trade asset too. He's been hitting over 400 for the past probably month and a half, 6 weeks or so. And he's a man without a position, because when Matt McClain comes back, who could be back at the beginning of August, mid-August, Jonathan India is no longer second baseman. He doesn't really play outfield. He can play DH, but he wants to play every day. He was just rookie of the year 3 years ago. So I think the way he's playing now, he's increased his trade value. I think the Cincinnati Reds should be buyers and try and get off him and maybe a couple of prospects.
What do you all need?
I think we need outfield help. Solid, like the boy Luis Roberts from the White Sox. I like him a lot.
I don't think you got enough to pay for him.
We do. We got stud pitchers. Stud pitchers.
Remember the team that owns his rights. They're not ran very well, and they're not in a position. They're not in a position to like say like, hey, we need XYZ. They will hold on to a stud like that. His name may be dangling, pause. But I don't think anybody has the wherewithal to pay for him because he's not an aspiring contract either. Yeah, he's
under team control.
That is a serious.
He got 3 years left.
That's a serious accusation, Tate.
I have to ask you why we're having such a different conversation about the Reds and the Tigers when the Tigers have over the past month brought up some new younger talent, sent some people back to the minors, and we've won 9 out of 11, have the exact same record right now that the Reds do. Why are we having such a drastically different conversation? What's the belief that you got?
Because the American League is tougher. You guys are further back. We're only four games out the wild card, the last wild card spot. That's the difference.
I feel like saying the American League is tougher is not saying the all the way truth. It's a little bit of a phraseology there. The National League is just shittier. Just call it like that. It's bad. National League is bad.
Caca.
It's bad. It's bad. We can just call it, keep it a buck. It's bad. It's bad. Luis Roberts is going to be a tough one. You're better off if anybody needs pitching help. I don't know, Tate. I'd say, but G, you need pitching help. The White Sox got the best pitcher. Per what my channel co-host say on the White Sox show, they have the best pitcher and he's for sale. Do you need pitching help?
We need outfield help, bro.
Yeah,
we need
that's
some
gonna be hard
help.
to come by.
Like
you said, Jazz Chisholm. If you like him,
he's on the board.
Yeah, if you like him, he might. You definitely get him.
Yeah,
I don't think a lot of. I think a lot of people are kind of cold on him now.
Yeah, I just think we need outfield help, man. I can't pronounce the guy's last name. It's Rozeena.
Randy Rosenan.
Yeah, I think I like him
from Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I want him.
He's a dog.
Yeah,
dog.
I want him. I want him.
The guy, a picture in the left, the Oakland A's, Rooker. He's a good outfielder. Hey, but we need to talk about the biggest name on the board.
Oh,
Guerrero Jr.
Fork in the road.
Toronto's been BSing. They keep saying he's not for sale, but
we're on the same road. This is more of a speed bump. Claude Bishop, thank you for the super chat. Big G, will you admit live on this show that you were wrong about those Pittsburgh Pirates?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Big facts.
Oh,
big facts. Wait. Hold on.
Was that
if I remember correctly? Big G said they won't win 75 games.
50 I said games.
50.
What? Why would you say that? 50
Why
games?
Would you say that?
50, man. They are proving it, man.
Hey, they're 49 and 48.
That is big facts.
That's why.
Wait, do they play the Phillies tomorrow?
Yep.
Oh my goodness gracious! We're gonna have to celebrate. They're gonna get their 50th win against his Phillies.
You said 50 wins, G.
I said it.
That would mean they lost 112 games.
I thought they was in that 100-game loss.
So disrespectful.
I thought they was in that
112 games.
So disrespectful.
Yeah. Hey,
did Jeff know you said that?
I don't care who. Everybody over Fans First Sport Network can know I said it. I don't care. I said that the Phillies was big. I mean, the Pirates was big trash. I said I'm sticking to it, but they done proved me wrong. So I got to eat crow. It don't matter. The whole FFSN, all the Pirates, all the fans over there. Hey,
I got to go back to the episode. I got to hear you say this again because why would you say that? It has to be one of the teams that
the Pirates was trash, but I got to eat crow. I got to eat crow.
They were not that trash last year.
Traditionally dumpster fire.
Yes.
But right now, hey, they proved me wrong. So hey, I got to give
okay.
Big facts, Claude.
They're one game
Big
over
facts.
500. Let's slow down.
Yep.
But yes, they did prove you wrong. They are going to win 50 games. Yes, that is true.
They probably gonna make the playoffs.
Okay, let's slow down.
They won 76 games last year.
The Mets are in the playoffs, so anything's possible.
We have
they probably gonna make the playoffs, man.
Okay, you went from they won't win 50, now they might make the playoffs.
They might make the playoffs.
Can we get a happy medium at least?
It's never happy. Tate told me years ago about CJ Stroud, and I was like, nah, big trash. I had to eat crow. And listen, year 2 with Stroud at Ohio State, I had to get proven wrong. Which I said the Pirates was
we
trash.
Got another super chat.
Proven wrong.
Got another super chat. We want to thank you, Quad Father. He says, my question is, can the White Sox win 45? Go ahead, clip that out, Pay, and add that to your troll list.
Hey, they can. They can. They just got to win 18 out of 64 to win 45.
No, they won't. Hey,
they won't win 18 out of 64.
I bet a long time ago that the White Sox is going to lose more than 105 games. I cannot wait to get these tickets. I bet.
Well, if
Bears tickets.
If they win 45, they still lose more than 105.
I'm cleaning up on my bet.
What game?
Do you think they're gonna win 45 games? No, they're gonna trade their best player. They're gonna trade their best player. They're not winning 45 games.
They're 27 and 71. They need to win 18 out the last 64 games.
No.
And they got some horrible teams that they playing too, man.
They are a horrible team.
Yeah, but they're playing horrible teams. They're playing the Kansas City Royals.
Thanks for the super
Twins,
chat,
the A's.
Kansas is better. Kansas City's better.
The A's, the Twins.
A's are better. Twins are better. They only beat the Twins once so far this season.
They play the A's. They got 2 series with the A's.
They're
not gonna win.
They're on pace to be 44 and 118.
Bet it, Dennis. Bet it. They're going to trade the best pitcher in the AL, Garrett Crochet, and then the losses are going to stack up once again. They're the worst defensive team, the worst pitching team. Well, once they trade Garrett Crochet, they will be. And they're the worst offensive team in the AL. Bet it.
But yeah, still out of all this, the main thing I took from it and the worst take was Pirates only win 50 games.
I can't believe that.
Or don't win 50 games.
I cannot believe
it's hard to be that bad, man. The White Sox we talk about are going to be historically bad.
Mm-hmm.
I own up to it, man.
They've accepted the challenge.
I own up to it. I was wrong. Hey, it is what it is.
I can't believe Jerry Reinsdorf is the owner of the best basketball team ever and the worst baseball team ever.
Oh, this is just karma flipping around on him. That's all that is.
Kudos. Mm-hmm. All right. Speaking of basketball, Team USA. Tell me. How they looking so far? They got gold in the bag, Tate?
Gold is in the bag, man. I don't know what Big G is worried about. He talking about Canada and other teams going to give them trouble. They're just going to flip the switch whenever they want. The United States has lost 1 game since they didn't win gold in 2004. Now, let that sink in. Team USA, 1 game in Olympic play since 2004.
Player.
And no problems. No problems at all, Pay. They're going to win it.
Yeah.
Gee, why were you so worried, G? What's going on? What Canada got?
Nice team. No, they got a nice team. Canada got a nice team.
Who's on their team?
A lot of NBA players. A whole lot of good NBA players. Do
they have more NBA players than the Team USA?
Of course not, because the Team USA is all NBA players, the whole team.
Tell the folks that.
In 1 game series, man, when there's talent out there on the floor, if somebody's having a bad shooting game, it could happen. But it's looking real strong, the Team USA. But I would say Canada's going to get the silver. I would say that. I think they'll play in a championship game. It'll be Canada versus Team USA.
Man. I mean, listen, you can make the argument they're 40-minute games instead of 48-minute games. You can make the argument that The rules are a little different. The game's a little different. You make an argument, 3-point line now, right? Anybody can get hot from 3 and get tough to beat. And if you made all those arguments against the United States, I think you'd be dead wrong.
Where's the 2 big guys play at? Is that France?
Yeah,
Victor Wembanyama and who?
Rudy
Gobert.
Victor Wembanyama's 210 pounds.
Did France qualify?
Don't even know.
I don't know for sure though. But they just smashed your boy Joker the other day. Joker,
gold medal, Senate.
We got another. We're
gonna have to get 3 or 4 people. Knock on wood. 3 or 4 people gonna have to get hurt in round 1.
Thomas Edis, thanks for the super chat.
Yes, sir.
I'd be really thinking Canada will be our biggest test.
I say too.
He agrees with you, G.
Well, if that's the biggest test, it's still no worries. They just beat them by 14 the other day and didn't play them. Didn't play good.
I don't know, man. I don't know. NBA, the international play is fickle, man. International play is fickle.
Balance.
I don't know. B just told me all you gotta do is get hot from 3. And if I remember correctly, Steph Curry is an American.
Hey, I'll put it like this, Big G. Corner time, and you can have the field for the goal.
No, I'm not. No. I'm just saying. I wasn't saying Canada was going to whoop USA. I just was saying that
would
Canada
you bet
was
corner time on a clean sweep?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because if they're going to win it, they're going to sweep.
All right. So you know what that tells me? It tells me subject's over.
Yeah, facts.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
So last subject for the night, fellas, before I let you all go and start your weekend. Back to football, our wheelhouse. Can I get some team names out there who's really helped themselves this offseason? Like who's won offseason so far?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
I love that you just asked that question with a Dallas Cowboy in the center of this. Oh, it's hilarious.
The team that lost the offseason.
Yeah, took a big L.
Took a big L. Yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles pay.
Why?
That's my first pick. Saquon Barkley in the draft. You had Saquon Barkley. Who's
how many Bulldogs they draft this year?
0. They got Cooper DeJean and the kid from Bama. What's the other cornerback from Bama?
Kool-Aid?
No, they didn't get Kool-Aid. They got
Terrion Arnold.
Terrion Arnold.
I know Terrion
Cooper DeJean. Terrion Arnold, Cooper DeJean, and Saquon Barkley. That's causing a lot of problems over there in Philadelphia, man.
All right, thanks. Before we come back, before I ask B, who you think? Let's get back to Dennis Pavlik real quick. He's got a super chat for us. Thanks a lot, Dennis. Quadfather. Who's winning the gold in the men's and women's 100 meters? Tate. This is your question.
100 meters?
Yep.
Well, Sha'Carri Richardson gonna win the 100 for the women.
Whoa.
Whoa, what?
You think she's back? She's I don't think Sha'Carri Richardson's top 5 in the world, is she?
As far as big facts, bro.
Top 5. She the top in America. She got to go with the Jamaicans, but she won the world championship in 23.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about, the Jamaicans. I mean, I haven't been keeping up. I'm just asking. Like, you think she's got gold in her future in the 100, like a dead sprint?
If weather conditions are correct, she's gonna break the record.
I don't believe that. That's 10.49. I don't.
I'm going to go ahead and write that down.
Weather conditions mean a lot.
It does. Big G. The closest anybody ever came to that is like 10.6.
That
10,
young
6.
lady gonna run the 10.5 something, maybe close to.
But that won't get it though. That won't get it.
Man, that young lady fast, man.
I got Sha'Carri Richardson in the 100 and the men's 100. I'll probably go with Noah Lyles.
Gotta say it.
But because Noah is fast, he's annoying. But my sleeper is Kung Fu Kenny Bednarik. He finished second to Noah in the 100 in the trials and the 200 in the trials. And he told him when the guy Lou, whatever his name is, was talking to him, he told Noah, "I'm on your ass, bro." He told him that.
He did tell him.
And I know how hard he's working because my brother-in-law Dennis is his coach. He did tell him that on TV.
Yeah, on national television. He
said, "I'm on your ass, bro." He told him that.
Straight up on national TV.
I know how hard he's working, and that's my sleeper. Noah still got to be the favorite, but that's my sleeper. We got another super track.
I
think this takes us right back to where we were.
Thanks,
Thomas Edis. He thinks the Steelers improved the most in the QB room. You said Philadelphia had to improve themselves, help themselves this offseason. Where do the Steelers lie in your rankings?
2 or 3. It all depends on how the young offensive linemen play. If they play what I think that they can play, they 2. Because Zach Frazier and Troy F. I always mess his last name up. Those 2 young fellas, if they are, I messed it up. It's all right. I ain't gonna mess it up to just be dismissive. But if the linemen play the way they play, yeah, Steelers 2.
B, you agree? He got the Philly and Steelers as the best 2 teams that improved themselves this offseason. Where you got them to?
I'm gonna give you some names: Azeez Al-Shari, Joe Mixon,
burnout,
Stephon Diggs,
overrated.
I'm telling you what, the Houston Texans did. The Texans helped their team a lot in this offseason, and they didn't need as much help as the Pittsburgh Steelers did, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I really like what they did. I think they helped themselves as much as anybody in the offseason.
I'd say the Texans 3, but Stephon Diggs overrated though.
Now, well, to answer Thomas Edie's question though, yeah, I mean, if the line you were drawing was at the baseline of the floor, you had one of the worst quarterback rooms in the league last year.
I think we all agree with Thomas Edis.
You're in the middle of the pack at least now.
I think we all agree with Thomas Edis. Yeah, Pittsburgh improved their QB room by leaps and bounds, mostly because they had one of their starting quarterbacks was a UFL player. So,
who was that?
Yeah, I'm about to say who.
Mitch.
Oh, he didn't actually play in the USFL.
Yeah, he should be though. That's where he belongs.
Perhaps you tried to tell us early on.
If he would be there now, if Buffalo wasn't a rest haven. Shout out to the Mac if anybody's ever seen that movie. Great movie. What about you, Tate? Where do you think? Where's your rankings as far as teams that help themselves this offseason as we get close to camp?
They both B Dirt and Big G both gave really, really good answers. I think, and not the best. I'm just giving another name, another team. I'm gonna say the Jets improved themselves because they get Aaron Rodgers back. They got two veteran starting tackles. They got Mike Williams. Yeah, I think they're going to be better. I don't know how you feel about Aaron Rodgers, man. It's that bias again, though.
I showed it.
Oh, did you? Okay, yeah. So, but I'm just trying to pick somebody different. I would have went with what be the Texans or the Steelers. I mean, because when you're talking about the Steelers, you got to look at both the quarterbacks. So you just say you're replacing the other guys, Mitch, who you're talking about, Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph, with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. You pick up Patrick Queen. You know what I mean?
Probably your best pickup outside of the quarterback for sure. Because you had a weakness at linebacker, and he solidifies it.
I think you're right.
He's definitely an upgrade.
And I really like Deshaun Elliott.
And then the rookie class.
And the rookie class is huge.
And Vance Jefferson is underrated pickup too.
I'm not counting him. But
I'll make the argument that Aaron Rodgers is downgrade. Him coming back makes your team worse.
Oh my!
Then Zach Wilson, Pay. What are you talking about?
Stop it, Pay. That's big bias, man.
He's a distraction. A diva in the locker room.
And Caleb Williams
Caleb Williams a rookie. Aaron Rodgers, everybody looks up to him to be their leader, and he can't even show up for practice.
That's the big bias. That's the most biased thing I've ever heard.
What is Caleb Williams? What are we talking about?
He's a rookie. He's not the leader of the team. He's not a leader. Aaron Rodgers is a leader, a 3-time
MVP. The quarterback is always the leader.
No, he's not. He's not always the leader. He's the huddle leader. But when you have dogs like Keenan Allen on your squad, DeAndre Swift and guys like that, you're not really the leader. You're a rookie. Aaron Rodgers is a 3-time MVP. Aaron Rodgers
got 4 of them things, don't he? Don't he got 4 of them things?
I don't even know. I stopped counting because
he owns you. That's why you stop counting, because he owns the Chicago Bears. He owns them.
No,
he does own them.
It wasn't the default.
Ooh, Tim Lyons called. He said, "Put Pay in the Matrix.
Put him in.
Put him in the Matrix.
Get in there, man. That's big bias. Get him in there, man. Come on, man.
Trash.
For big bias and for him being wrong about the number of MVPs Aaron Rodgers has.
Who cares?
Come on, Pay. Come on, man.
San Francisco, the 49ers own him. That's how many MVPs. That's how many his MVPs matter. The 49ers own him.
But he owned the Bears.
I don't care. He won't play. He don't play in the NFC North.
Him and Caleb Williams' dad gonna own him.
Yeah, and Caleb Williams is the same personality as Aaron Rodgers.
No,
matter of fact,
not even.
Matter of fact, probably worse.
No, not even. Not even.
Matter of fact,
not even.
What's that last thing, man? What's that? The way too early? Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Pay. Go ahead, man.
All right, so let's talk about some college football real quick to finish this out. G, this is your time, dog. This is your time. Mm-hmm. College football top 25. Way too early. This isn't official.
Mm-hmm.
But do you like what ESPN's got cooking up so far?
Well, no, because Notre Dame is way too high. Michigan is way too low. Notre Dame's too high. Michigan is too low. NC State's not going to end up in the top 25. And Kentucky ain't going to end up in the top 25. So there's some hits and misses in there.
I picked Kentucky the other week, but where's NC State? I don't see them. Where they at?
18.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Wolfpack. Yeah.
Yeah. The NC State's not a top 25 team.
What about Penn State, Big G?
Where they at? Number 8. Because the way that their schedule lines up, Penn State could end up somewhere in that top 10. But because they duck Michigan, they play Ohio State at home, probably at night in Happy Valley with a whiteout, and they duck Oregon. So the way that Penn State's schedule it fills out, they could possibly end up in the top 10. So I'm not going to take them out of there. But Notre Dame ain't in the top 10. No way. Utah ain't top 10 neither.
Well, I'm looking at the live chat.
You're just making this whooping that Tim Lyon's going to get you worse and worse.
Notre Dame ain't the top 10 team.
Where should Notre Dame be? And Thomas Edie's is laughing at where Alabama's at. What do you think about those two, Big G?
Alabama's right where they need to be because there's the Nick Saban effect is no longer in Bama. I mean, at SEC Day, Paul Feinbaum picked Bama to win the SEC. And I dropped the mic and ran out of the room. I said, are you kidding me? With Georgia, Texas down there, and he picked Bama? No, stop it. So Bama's right where they need to be. They got to show that they got better wide receiver help. They got to show that they can replace what they lost on defense. So we'll see. But Notre Dame is not a top 5 team in the country. Ole Miss is better than them. Missouri's better than them. Bama's better than them. Penn State's better than them. Michigan's better than them. Right off the bat, all those teams are better than Notre Dame. So, I don't know where all the hoopla is.
Where's Arizona at now? What conference?
They're in the Big 12. They might be a little high too.
So here, listen. First thing I want to do, Pay. Is it Thomas Eads? Is that what you called him?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He said you pronounce his name correctly. I was pronouncing it incorrectly as Eads. So it's Thomas Eads. My apologies on that. We'll get that right.
Definitely. I was the same thing.
He asked about Bama. Bama's at 9. Penn State, I think you're spot on, Big G, with that. Where I think I have question marks, I've been a big proponent of the Pac-12 was weak. And I think we're going to see now when these guys are going to other conferences. I get why they put Michigan at 13. Michigan's got an extremely hard schedule this year, playing Oregon, USC, Texas, Ohio State. Like, they've got some tough games. I think we're going to lose a couple games, but I think we still might be able to squeeze in front of Utah and Arizona and get close to that top 10. Missouri, I don't know. Who's at 12? I can't even see that.
LSU.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But I think it's interesting there. Ohio State, I think, has all the talent on their team to be 1-2. It's all going to be dependent on what they get from the quarterback position this year.
Agreed.
They get good quarterback play. Favorite to win a national championship.
Dennis Pablock, man, thank you for the 5. Quad Father, we appreciate you, bro. He said, what's going on with FSU and Clemson and conference realignment?
Here we go.
Quick truth, quick facts. The FSU and Clemson have put in bids to receive from the ACC conference. The issue is the buyout money from the television that they'll owe exceeds over $100 million. So they're trying to figure out where they can get that money from. The SEC has said they are not expanding. They don't want Clemson and they don't want Florida State. The Big Ten has been in the middle about it, saying that we might and might not. But the Big 12 said that we will open FSU and Clemson with open arms. So you could possibly see FSU and Clemson replace Texas and Oklahoma in the Big 12, which will give absolute fighting between the Big 12 and the SEC. As far as
Dabo Swinney doesn't embrace NIL and the portal, I don't give a damn where Clemson goes.
Yeah,
they ain't doing nothing but falling out of that top 25.
He's back in the news again. He said he want to go back to the BCS.
He did say that. He did.
Hey man, if you saw what robots did today to all these companies in the world,
I'm predicting Dabo Swinney will not be the head coach of Clemson within 2 years.
We're gonna get paper votes.
Yeah, I think whose name is going to be the hottest to move, and I could see it happening, is Matt Rule, the head coach out of the University of Nebraska. I could see Matt Rule moving to Clemson, taking over and building him into a super powerhouse. I can see it because Matt Rule is a very good coach. He's a very good coach.
He need to turn Nebraska around first.
But they're on the way.
Can Nebraska be turned around?
Nebraska will win probably 8 games this year, 7 or 8 games. They have the number 1 high school quarterback in the country, lads, coming this year, coming in.
They don't have a Martinez playing quarterback no more?
No.
Raviola.
Dylan Raviola.
Got rid of all of them.
Yeah, Devin Raviola, the number 1 high school quarterback in the country.
I need to know if you said that right.
I probably didn't say it right, but he was the number 1 high school quarterback in the country.
I don't know. He got way too close to Ravioli.
235 pounds. He's 6'6", 235 pounds.
It sounds like he's gonna say ravioli.
Hey, Pat, you gotta keep the train on the tracks, man. It's time to pull it. Well, it's time to go into the station.
once G starts slurring his words and messing up that bad, we know we've gotten late. Thank you everybody for Raiola. All right. We're gonna check. We're gonna find out. Thank you everybody for sticking with us on Friday night. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us being a homie. We appreciate it and we love you for it.
Dylan Raiola.
Sticking with us. Go ahead, B Dirt.
I said Dylan Raiola. Go for it.
Okay.
You can get more homie action all throughout the week by following our sister shows that's Running Through the Jungle, hosted by B Dirt right there, and Jay Lacey and Tim Lyons. Shout out to Tim Lyons and Jay Lacey. You got Tate and G on the Pump Your Brakes. You all know, Steel Emotion. And as a know-it-all on Sundays. We'll come to that one in a second. You got me on the Bear Claw. What did the White Sox just do in the Shot City Bulletin Board? All under the Fans First Sports Network umbrella. The YouTube channels are. Did I say YouTube? I said your YouTube, right? Running Through the Jungle. There's the Pump Your Brakes on Steel Clear Network. I'm sorry. Don't forget to Level Up. Know It All's podcast. All good stuff. We're damn near putting something out there for you 7 days a week. With the NBA 7 days a week.
Hey, paid everybody the audio for the homies overtime, and it is on the Know It All channel. So check us out. And I believe Pay and B Dirt are uploading them to the Bengals and the Bear Claw channel too. So listen to those audios. You can find the audios for this show on those channels.
That's right. Yeah. So you can get you don't have to wait till Friday to catch the homies. We're everywhere for you. Monday through Sunday through Friday, 7 days a week. Just feel like that. I lost track of my days.
Hey now.
Claude Bishop, one last time. What are you guys' thoughts on Ben Whitner, a boxer from England?
His name Ben Whitaker.
Whitaker. Why did he say Whitner? Throw him in the Matrix just in case. What you all think about Ben Whitaker?
I don't know him.
He won a silver medal in 2020, and they compare him to Sweet Pea.
Yeah.
Oh, he like that?
Pernell Whitaker?
That's facts.
His
Big
name is
difference.
Whitaker, and they compare him to Pernell Whitaker?
That's right.
They're not related.
He's chiseled. He's absolutely an Adonis. And he moves very fluidly.
wow.
He boxes very well. It's what boxers are, though. We got to start seeing him box some of the. These guys all spend the beginning of their careers not boxing anybody. A bunch of tomato cans.
He's a light heavyweight, and he's 8-0 with 5 KOs.
I think 8 fights is a bit early for us to have a real on him, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean he looks great. He's hitting tomato cans, taking a fall.
He does.
Excellent take, B.
I gotta see him fight somebody good.
He fizzled out for a second.
Well, the last time he fought somebody good, he got a silver medal, not gold. So let me see him fight somebody good. He's on a great track, but it's too early to really get excited for me.
And that's how they set you up when you're starting out. They want to get them tomato cans to build your confidence and get your record up. So he's 8 for 8. So right now it looks good. I've never seen him fight. I will look at some highlights now to see what he's working with. But if a fight happens between Shakur and Tank Davis, who you got?
Tank.
Okay, yeah. 4 for 4 Tank. Pay?
I'm not taking anybody other than Tank right now. Not yet.
Right, but Shakur Stevens doing some talking though. But yeah,
he's liable to meet some canvas.
Oh yeah, he only keep doing all that talking. He is gonna get some canvas in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Is that a pause before we go?
Yeah, go ahead and hit it, man. Because I'm looking for the no Diddy sign right off the back.
Yeah, but
like I said, you can homies every day of the week. They're doing good stuff on Running Through the Jungle Wednesdays. They got a live show every day. Also Wednesdays, Pump Your Brakes. You got the homies on Friday. I'm putting out 3 episodes a week and dropping something every day on the channel, on the Frustrated Chicago Sports channel. Know It All is on Sunday. Listen, there's no excuse not to be getting homie overload. That's a pause. Fellas, you got any parting shots?
No, sir. Unless B has to do somebody dirty, that's about it.
We 20 minutes over.
That's right. So look, it's Friday. I want to go do some Aaron Rodgers type stuff. So you all
it's time to go get unsober. Let's go. Wrap it up. Put a bow on it.
That's right. Thanks for checking us out. You all have a good, safe holiday, safe weekend. Lock up Brett Favre on the way out.
Player.